A long time ago when I was still learning a lot about different aspects of the piano, I did not understand how people just sat down and played in a blues style or in a jazz style. And I used to think that it was something that you were just born with. You know, like, or maybe you grew up around people that would play that quite a lot, and so you just kind of picked it up. But as it turns out, there's a lot of theory behind blues and jazz, just as there's a lot of theory behind everything else in music. So, just as we have a modern Western scale, and that kind of gives us the basis for classical music and things that derived from it. So if I played a little Mozart, so all of that was done mostly on the white keys. So we were in the key of C and we were playing the C scale, which by now I'm sure that you're familiar with. And so there is a scale that corresponds to the blues. It's called the minor pentatonic scale, or you might just call it the blues scale. And when I first learned this, I kind of went a little nuts. I was like, what? Why didn't anybody tell me this before? I mean, if it's in a scale, then I can understand that. You know, my brain will put that to good use. So let me just play a blues scale for you. You'll hear immediately that it has sort of a bluesy sound to it. Wow, that already, you can already hear the blues just in the scale. And if I take that scale and I mess around with it a little bit, do some improvisation, right? That's starting to sound, you can hear it even more. And then let me add just like a little walking bass line. So you can see how very quickly, all I'm doing is using this thing called a blues scale, understanding I'm using these 6 notes or 7 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it only has 7 notes as opposed to the major Western scale, which has the 8 notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just using those notes and doing whatever I want to in relationship to the bass lines, and that's more information that we'll introduce you to as we go along. So in this video, basically, I just wanted you to get used to the blues scale, and then learn the blues scale in at least 3 different keys. Like we're going to use the A blues scale, the D blues scale, and the E blues scale. It's actually a pretty easy scale to learn, especially with those 3, because there's mostly white notes, and then there's just a black note in between. Okay? So, with the A blues scale, what we're going to do is you're going to take your thumb and play 1, and then 2, 3, 4. Alright? So just play those 4 real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're next to a piano, go ahead and pause the video and just do that a few times and then continue. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're playing an A, a C, a D, and an E flat. Okay? Then we're going to tuck under with a thumb and play E, G, and A. And now we've got a full blues scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to practice that scale before you go on to the D scale or the E scale. But I will tell you in advance that the D and the E scale look exactly like the A blues scale. So if you're practicing the A blues scale right there, the D and the E blues scale have the same white keys on the outside, black key on the inside. Same thing if you move it up to the E blues scale. Alright, so try that just with the A blues scale. And we'll move it on from there.